I felt very weak because I didn't know how to feel or what to think about that. But we see that Nigerian Senator Rufai Sani Hanga, he empowered his constituents with clay pots and white fabrics to bury their dead in Kano State. White clothes, and the report says that he distributed 5,000 pots and white clothes for the burial of the people of his senatorial district. Now, that's a strong message, you know. We are Africans, and from this part of the world that we come from, we take things like this pretty serious, you know. Pots and burial clothes, and when there are people still living, and there's so much more that can be done to improve the life of people, you know, before they die. But we would rather prepare for when they die or before they die, you know, would rather prepare for that than, you know, do what we need to do. I was very happy when I saw that the president was looking at scrutinizing the performance, the assessment move he has for his ministers and members of his cabinet. I was pretty happy because I would love to see what the turnout of that exercise would be. I thought there was a standard for some of these projects that should be carried out in constituencies, and you see why it's very important. Like we'll be talking about in the second hour, it's very important to participate actively so that you can ask questions. But let me know what your contributions will be as regards this particular empowerment program for a senatorial district. Is this up to standard? Because there's supposed to be a standard, right? There's supposed to be a standard. So when you deliver, if you fall short of that standard, whatever punitive measures are being put in place, you would face. Probably removing you from that position and assigning it to somebody else or appointing someone else, as the case may be. But you see, I don't know. I've looked at countless reactions to this, and I really cannot fathom exactly what to say at this point for that empowerment program. But that's why it's the general open banters. I would love to hear what your thoughts are about that. Now we see that the PHCN or distribution companies have declared a decrease in electricity charges for Band A consumers, lowering the rates from about 225 per kilowatt per hour to 206 naira, you know, per kilowatt, right? That's how it's being paid, 225. And it was a lot of people complaining. I did experience it myself. You know, you put 10,000 in another 8 to 10 days, you're beeping red. 5,000 in another 4 or 5 days, or even less, is beeping red, and all of that. So let's see how this 206 is going to turn out. But just to keep us updated, the distribution company attributed this reduction to the May 2024 supplementary order issued by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, as outlined in a public notice. And the notice read that, dear esteemed customers, please be informed of the downward tariff review of our Band A feeders from 225 kilowatt per hour to 6.80 naira kilowatt per hour, effective from 6th of May, which was yesterday on Monday, with guaranteed availability of 20 to 24 hours daily supply. The notification stated that the tariff rates of bands B, C, D, and E would not change. And this is the update we have about that. Now, moving on to other things. We see that there's been a fresh attack in southern Kaduna, and terrorists kill 6 and injure 8 in a fresh attack. Now, this happened on Sunday night. They attacked the Ambe community in Sanga local government area of Kaduna State, killing 6 and injuring 8 others. Confirming the incident, the police public relations officer of the Kaduna Command, Mansir Hassan, said one suspect was arrested in connection with the attack. And according to him, the police and troops of Operation Safe Haven, upon getting a distress call, rushed to the community and engaged the bandits in a gun duel, during which one of the bandits were arrested while the rest escaped into the forest with bullet wounds. The member representing that federal constituency, who is Daniel Amos, in a statement also confirmed that 6 people were killed in the attack while 8 people were injured due to that attack. We'll be talking about that on the General Open Banters today. Now, moving on to other things. I saw a CBN directive that has told banks to charge a 0.5% cybersecurity levy on all transactions. Now, the Central Bank of Nigeria directed deposit money banks, that's the regular banks we go to do transactions, in the country, to start charging a 0.5% cybersecurity levy on transactions. This was contained in a circular yesterday, the 6th of May, 2024, by the Apex Bank to all commercial merchants, non-interest and payment services bank, as well as mobile money operators and payment service providers. Now, following the enactment of the cybercrime prohibition prevention, which we did talk about on the news, I think yesterday, the Act 2024 and punishment or pursuant to the provision of Section 44, subsection 2, and all of that, to equivalent to 0.5% of all electronic transactions valued by the business specified in the second schedule of the Act. The Apex Bank said the implementation of the levy would start 2 weeks from the date of the circular. So 2 weeks from yesterday, you'd be having a 0.5% charge on all your bank transactions. The levy shall be applied to the point of electronic transfer origination, deducted and remitted by the financial institution. This is in addition to the ones that we already have. Now if you're transferring interbank transfers, the person you're sending the money to will pay. You also sending the money, you will pay. Then we have bank charges, then we have maintenance fees, then we have lots and lots of these charges that the banks come up with, and then we have a 0.5% charge yet again for cybercrime prohibition or whatever the CBN has put out in that circular. This is what we'll be talking about today on the General Open Banters. Let me hear you on 09073530044 or 09087668888. You can be a part of the conversation, of course, by leaving us a message on WhatsApp and letting us know what your contributions and your takes on the stories we have read out for today will be on 09097054450. It's the General Open Banter, guys. Let's keep talking and let's keep having the conversation right here on radio. Now, we see that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has arrested 6 senior officers of the Nigerian security.
For women, for men, and for elderly. And my name is Salasi.
Thank you, Salasi.
Let me start by saying politics have come and gone. That is why I always quote the book of Romans chapter 13 verse 1 that says everyone must obey state authority because no authority exists without God's permission, and the existing authority has been put there by God. Now, we are talking of the electricity tariff. Matter, do you remember when this president was making speech, he said subsidy was gone. And they said, in fact, after some days, they started saying that they gather a lot of money. Where is the money came from that subsidy is gone? Now they have come and established that, okay, it agrees. But what have the northern people do about the insecurity? Now you just make mention of what happened in Kaduna, what happened in Katina, what happened in Jerusalem. Some people feel as if I'm against government. But there was a man that retired last December. I was the person protecting his retirement. He helped me. Sometimes he comes to my house. We know all the way from Kaduna. I will take him in the morning to his house. I'm telling you, that week I was discussing with that guy. Bandits entered his house and killed him. He retired. He would take cover. If not putting, he would take for his retirement benefit. So when I talk about insecurity, some people will ask, I'm shouting. I have lost family member. I have no ransom, not once, not twice. So this insecurity, government must address this insecurity. They say America don't need to come here. But our elders, our governors travel.
Oh, thank you.
I was away. I traveled home.
Oh, okay. Welcome back.
The federal road leading to Kogi State, Edo State, and Delta State is a dead trap completely. A journey of 7 hours is taking 17, 18 hours now. As you are traveling on the road, 2 things in your mind. You call your loved one to pray for you for safe arrival. Because either you are being kidnapped by kidnappers on the back road, or you are being attacked by armed robber, which we escape on our way coming back. Or you're kind of the bandit.
It's banned, no, it's not bandits. It's banned, not bandits.
All are the same band. So I don't know the band where it belongs to. Either we're in the bandit A or bandit B. We don't know. Because for this reception of this government is a Tinubu administration. We don't have life. And NEPA NEPA are afraid of even bringing bill. They sneak in to bring bill. Sometimes one day I come across one, I say, are you bringing light bill or you're bringing darkness bill? Because for 3-4 months now, we don't feel like. And the dress corporate, before they post the NEPA bill, now the dress corporate, they put the NEPA bill in their bag. What they call, they look around. If there's no people, they squeeze it in anywhere. But if the time has come for us to protest, so we can't just put our hands and wait for things to escalate beyond our imagination.
All right. Thank you so much, Sonny the Prince. Hello, good morning to you. Please try to keep it very short and concise so that we can have more people contribute.
Good morning, my dear sister Martha. This is Alamin from Central Area.
Alamin, where have you been?
Yes, I've been everywhere, my dear sister. We are busy rebuilding and contributing our quota to nations building. We are not just, criticizing and being encyclopedias of bad news of Nigeria. We are focusing on, promoting our little successes. And just the point of correct proposition of, the payment of cyber security levies. I was reacting. I've been everywhere, complaining until I saw a better in-depth, analysis as to how it will be implemented. They listed about 16 transactions that are exempted. It involves, intra-bank transactions. That is, if I'm transacting from one account to another, I'm not paying interbank same customer, pension account, salary account, NGOs, schools, another salary. A lot of them, about 16, are exempted. So basically, that deduction will only affect businesses that are listed under, the second schedule. There's no time of going into. The reason I'm giving this is that it is not going to affect everybody. I think it's just like the business, that are mentioned in that schedule. I wish we can bring someone that will be able to elucidate. But however, I am still against it. As much as I want, the government to implement all of those policies to restore sanity to our cyberspace, because it has become a menace. At what point does government begin to look when you are, even when you're sick, when you're taking bitter drugs, bitter every time, at some point when your mouth becomes too bitter, you should take at least some drop of honey to experience some level of sweetness. Why is government always focusing on implementing policies that are taking money from Nigerians but are not implementing the ones that will bring fast results and ameliorating our suffering? If you're implementing this, then the 3,000 CNG buses that you ordered, you should bring it in by now. You should bring it in. The government seems to be more focused on, revenue, without really caring about what is the present situation of Nigerians. And for the government, I will never be against the government, but it comes a time that the government needs to reflect. Look, some of these policies are beginning to stifle your people. If you're stifling them in this way, and it's not affecting you in any way because you're still driving in luxurious cars, Nigerian taxpayers are still sponsoring your lifestyle and all of that, how good of a leader are you, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? We always support that you apply human face to all of your policies. I think it is time for you to listen to the voice of reason and understand that Nigerians are not having it good at this time. And it is time for you to relax all of those policies that is only focused on taking from Nigeria and look at policies that can give back to your people. Thank you so much. God bless you.
All right. Thank you so much, Alamin, for your contribution. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, my sister. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Tell us your name. Oh, no. All right, let's take this one. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, madam.
Olajide, good morning.
Thank you, my God bless, ma'am.
Welcome.
My name is Olajide calling from Moses.
All right, good to have you. Let's hear you.
I thank God for this radio station. Honestly speaking, you know why you allow democracy to be very effective here? You allow diverse opinions, and that is what is democracy all about. Are you getting it? Now, I will keep saying this, Madam Speaker. There is always solution to every problem. Are you getting it?
Of course.
Now we are discussing about electricity now, and all our focus is where? It's on federal government. If tomorrow you bring topic on education, all our focus will be on what again? Will be on federal government. That what they are budgeting for education is -0. If we talk of health tomorrow, we still talk about federal government. That what they are budgeting for health is this, is that, or Mr. Soso is the one in charge of health supposed not to be there. Now, what is the way out? The way out is very simple. But I think, if you are giving me food, I'm not satisfied with that. What do I supposed to do? I'm supposed to look for another way for myself. What am I trying to say? What are state government doing concerning electricity? See, we will complain from here to Jesus come. If all our energy is on this federal government to solve electricity problem we have across the 36 states, we will continue. No matter, can you count the number of presidents you have witnessed? Has anybody been able to solve it? But the states are there. If you cannot take the bigger one, hello, ma'am.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello?
I can hear you, Olajide. Can you hear me? Hello? Oh no. I can hear you clearly. Do call us back. I want to ask a few questions because, yes, the state governments have their responsibility, and we saw that with Abia State, Alex Oti, where he liaised with a private individual and they came and set up the power supply there, even though some people claim that, they don't have adequate power supply in Aba up until now. But we saw that a plan, something was being done, a collaboration with the private sector was being done so that the state would have electricity. Now, I understand also that we need to be able to hold the state governments accountable. But in an instance where the individuals keep holding these people accountable, now we are talking about it here on radio, it still somehow falls back to the state government or the federal government, which is why I said from the start of this show that I like, what the president is thinking about doing, how they call it again. He's trying to do like an assessment. Yes, the president's assessment move, for the ministers, members of his cabinet and all of that. That is why I completely like that assessment, because people who are not performing now will now be replaced or reappointed depending on what the president decides. But it still falls back. A part of the responsibility still falls back to the federal government, because there's only so much that the individuals can do. No matter how much we join our voices together in activism, the power still remains with the federal government to call these people to order. I hope we do understand. We do understand. Please turn down the volume of your radio. Hello, good morning to you.
Manta.
Good morning, Mr. Frederick. It's a good thing you guys are all coming back. How are you doing this morning?
I'm great. How's work?
Very well, thank you. Let's hear you.
It is when you don't have personal issue that you bother about Nigeria issue. I hope you know that.
It's our country. It's all our responsibility.
Once you have a personal issue, go and solve your issue personally before you come back. The reason why I call your radio station is because you receive salary from the radio station. Minus that, there is no need of sometimes contributing to Nigerian matter, because they will never do anything with it. But we love your program, we love your voice, and we love your show. Even when we are not calling, we listen. Much in the area, and somebody will be telling you that what is state government doing, for example. When did they give that power to state government to generate? Is it not last year they signed the bill? Before last year, what have we gained? This is a country where you give people money and you don't monitor them. So, in terms of education, you can see many people are solving it by themselves by putting their children to private school. Well, anything about government in Nigeria for now, unless it will work later, is not working. You understand? So my prayer for Nigerians is that God should bring somebody who is ready to work. Once you find somebody who is ready to work, you will see everything will change. But if we continue moving this way that we are moving, I don't see any difference coming sooner. But we hope and believe that one day it will grow with Nigerians. But for now, light for my area, Manta, rain, breeze blow last 2 weeks, almost 15 poles fall along Kefi Road. And up to tomorrow, up to today, nobody is making any attempt to raise them up. So for our side, no light for the past 2 months. And I'm not bothered about it.
Go and put solar if you have the money. Thank you and God bless you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Frederick, for your contribution. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, welcome. Mr. Frederick.
Thank you. This is Frederick.
All right. Good to have you. Talk to me.
Yeah. Mark, I listened to this night issue. I was laughing when I heard somebody said, "Is it a light bill or darkness bill?" You know? Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Pardon?
I can hear
Can you hear
you.
me?
Yes, very well.
All right. Good. Now,